I worked with real artists in the music industry for years, and I'm telling you right now, people are looking at this AI rapper situation completely wrong. The scary part isn't that AI can make a good song, but the real scary part is what's happening when record companies realize they can make money from an artist who don't need an advance, don't need to argue about contracts, and never walk into a label asking for more money. Because if that model actually worked, what exactly do they need us for? You know what I'm saying? Like something just happened on the charts that make me question everything. And it's a very serious question. Like, even though Fenix Flexin was exposed for using AI, Rubberz hit number 58 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number one on Apple alternative charts. Now, Tyga, he's openly admitted using AI on his new Starface project. And the artists I talked to behind the scenes, they pissed. Because if fans keep listening and the records keep making money, the question isn't whether AI is coming. The question is how many of us does the music industry still need? But before I go any further, my name is Klasic from Classic Live. I'm a music producer slash content creator. Work with the likes of 50 Cent, Will I Am, Kendrick Lamar, Kid Ink, Crooked Eye, Razzcast. The list just goes on. I got the homie OG Corn Dog with me in the building. Before we get started, I'm gonna need y'all to do two things. Make sure that y'all hit that like and subscribe. Get us in the algorithm. You feel me? Whatever platform that you're watching us on, I definitely appreciate it. Matter of fact, we definitely appreciate it. But on to this whole situation, man. AI isn't just threatening rappers, it's threatening the entire business model musicians have depended on. Yeah, like traditionally, labels need rappers, singers, producers, songwriters, managers, advances, publishing splits, personalities, etc. AI potentially changes that equation. Now, if an AI artist can generate streams, fans, and hits without the problem associated with the human superstar, why wouldn't part of the industry eventually prefer AI? Like I said a little bit before, you don't have to worry about a budget, no artist ego. They can make the music at a more rapid pace, so they'll be damn near making 30 albums within a couple of hours. The company, they can control 100% of the project without even having to worry about the artist that's interfering with everything. But on the flip side of that, the human connection may be precisely what AI can't really replace. You feel me? Like we do understand that AI can create music, but we do feel like there's something missing. And hip hop, especially, is built around identity, credibility, personal history, and lived experiences. You feel me? So it's crazy what we got going on right now. Another thing, if we went on the flip side of everything, what if Tyga is right? You know what I mean? Because sampling changed production, drum machines changed production, DAWs changed production, auto-tune changed vocals. You know what I'm saying? Plugins replaced rooms full of expensive equipment. So where do we draw the line? And Corn Dog, like what do you feel about all this stuff, bro?
Honestly, when it comes to this AI, yeah, this is when it comes to music, talent, inspiration, uh, all of that come is forces of an artist. If you're an artist such as Tiger, and you're saying that this man has put out a complete project of AI, you are just the face of the project now. You didn't put no work in for you to feel yourself doing it and an accomplishment. Um, you said what's missing is when AI makes music, there's something missing. Of course, there's something missing. It's called a soul. This music that comes from AI is soulless, and you can hear it when you hear it, you can tell it's AI. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that that man ain't got no soul. You can tell the way it was written that it was sung in that fashion and cadence. You know what I'm saying? For an R&B song. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this rapping thing, um, AI cannot mimic the true feelings and essence of rap. Rap is not just a culture. It's not just where it started from the basis of breakdancing and graffiti and DJing and rapping in the clubs. It's not just that. You know what I'm saying? It evolved as time went on. And through those times, there was emotions involved. People were speaking on real political facts early in rap. You know what I mean? Um, you got you got this type of music that comes out now. If you told an AI to write a song for you in your cadence and style and your personality, he would do it, and it was not going to sound like you. It's not going to sound like you or what you would write. You know what I'm saying? It's just an interpretation of who you are. And when it comes to this, like this AI stuff uh, is it's a dangerous game, bro. Because if you really want to get down to the, we just talking about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? This is reaching out um, way further, and they trying to grasp the control, and it's gonna be no control. This is what you call Skynet. Now, if you don't have Skynet entertaining me, and I know that this artist isn't real, I'm talking about to the point to where they don't need the artist now. Because when it comes to that point, excuse me, I think the industry is playing a dangerous game. It will be people that will follow suit in the entertainment field, such as Hollywood and other facets of entertainment. Um, Looking forward to you having writer's block. You have writer's block, and now all of a sudden you want to go to AI to break your block. Okay, I could get that. You could do that from a couple of lines of inspiration that would make you follow suit for the rest of the song. But if you use it for completely, I mean, I'm not even saying you writing the lyrics and putting it in there for the song to be sounding like you. I'm not even saying you that's foul. You know what I'm saying? If you was to type in the lyrics and have the artist sound exactly like who he is, such as Fenix Flexin, you know what I'm saying? Because he got caught up and people heard the song, they're like, man, that don't even sound like it, but I like it. I don't like that shit. That shit is garbage, okay? I'm gonna know when I hear an AI song. Please fool me to thinking that, oh yeah, that's him. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it gets that real, we all got a problem. Because like you said, producers, they make music. There's no plugins, there's no equipment. We don't have to spend studio time, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, foul play. If the industry takes advantage of that and pursues on with it, shit. When you think about it, bro, it's a bunch of Generation X's running around. I mean, not X's, uh, Gen Z. They fall for anything. Sorry, hate to say it, little stupid. You guys fall for any goddamn thing. You like to be entertained by the AI. That this is their generation. Um, it might will come to a point to where there will be no artists. There won't be a physical artist. There will be a hologram performing at a concert and it's not even real. It's just got a name and it's soulless and you love the music. When you do shit like that, well, you can go to the biblical days of Revelations. You fall into the play of the devil. Just be like that. Not just to get religious, but yo, I had to bring that up because that's a play in Revelations. Hey man, I don't agree with none of this because if I'm gonna follow someone such as Kendrick Lamar, I'm a fan of Kendrick Lamar. Okay. Now, if there was an artist that was an AI artist that was just as big as him, what's the reason for me to follow him? Or because he's not even a him, he's not real. You understand my point? Why in the hell would you follow an entity?
You said that the industry will be in trouble if they keep it up with this AI stuff.
If they was, I would say they follow suit to what's popular, right?
Yeah.
If this shit gained popularity, they go follow suit, and if they follow suit, they don't need artists.
Yeah, and like when you say the industry will be in trouble, I kind of think reverse because if you drop if you need 50 jobs right now to complete a project, but then if AI took over to where you just need 2 people, that's less overhead for them to spend on different jobs.
Yeah, but people ain't stupid, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, and that was a question that I was going to ask because Rubberz wouldn't have went how many times? It wouldn't have went number 1 on Apple Alternative. It wouldn't have went number 58 on the Hot 100 if people wasn't listening to it. And it goes to show you that I don't know if it's a generational thing, but there's a supply and a demand. There was a demand for different music, and that's one of the things I heard a lot of people say. They're like,
definitely different.
This don't sound like his traditional or regular West Coast rap music. Everybody said, oh, he started a new trend, the whole new vibe. So it kind of make me question what's the state of hip hop to where we're talking about a record 2 months after it been released. Drake released 3 albums, and we're barely talking about any. I don't even think that he dropped another single yet. So Drake is arguably like top 5 right now as far as popularity and everything. The dude sells out, but people ain't really talking about him like that. The crazy part about it is if they're talking about Drake, it got to be associated with Kendrick. That's the only way that they're mentioning and bringing him up right now. So one, to go off what you were saying, it will kind of benefit the industry because that's less for them that have to pay. And 2, it's the people that's listening that's fucking it up for everybody because the record labels, they're just going to look at the numbers and the statistics. They don't care if it sounds soulless. They're going to reproduce it because, hey, apparently they like something about it, so let's keep going with it until we burn it out. And the thing is that these listeners, I guess they don't really care about it. Like the crazy part about it is it's just like somebody getting crack or getting weed or something. Do you care who's selling it? Long as it's fire, that's all that fucking matters. It could be
but
somebody.
That shit wasn't fired.
To your opinion, I don't. To be honest, 100% honest with you, it's a little bop, but it isn't something that you're gonna see me pulling up, driving on the freeway, dropping cars and swiping. Nah, fuck all that. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't rocking it like that. But like you said, the younger generation, they'll be playing that shit. They'll be playing that shit at parties. When that shit come on, the little teeny boppers, they gonna go crazy to that. So I'm just being open-minded about it. Not saying I agree with it, But I know that there's a lot of the people that be like you know who Uno Miles is?
Who?
Uno, you know Miles. Matter of fact,
Nah.
he wear like a ski mask and shit. He got a song, it's like he's basically like a mean rapper. And he'd be like, Martin Luther King had a dream. I was going to the store to get some ice cream. And people listen to that shit. He got a dolphin song to where it's making a grip of dolphin sounds while he rapping. So the music caliber of artists and talent nowadays is basically trash. It's in the dumps. That's why partially, you know what I'm saying, the drill music kind of did that shit also, but that's why I believe Rubberz had so much of an impact, because it was basically doing some salmon strip going straight upstream to what's going on right now. Like the crazy part about it is I don't even know if it'll win it as hard if it was the same type of record but talking about doing drills or something. People still look at like, oh, it's the 80s bop that sound like some Scarface stuff, but he's talking about killing ops and stuff. But no, it was something totally different than what's going on. So the question I'd have to ask is, how many Rubberz songs that you hear from the rap scene that's on the Billboard charts right now? Or name another song that's like Rubberz.
I can't.
Exactly. So in an era of where, and that's another thing, like in this music industry, you definitely, like, if I'm a music producer, of course they got popular sounds of what's going on, but what will help you stand out is if you make a beat that's not exactly like what everybody else is doing. Everybody's talking about sliding on ops. You got white people, black people, Asian people talking about sliding on ops. So if you make a song that's different about love or whatever the fuck it is, that's definitely going to stand out against your competition. So my thing is, it isn't something that you would have to like. And the funny part about it is, I heard DDG make this reference because he was talking to a room full of his haters. And people was talking about, oh yeah, I hate your music, you trash, you this, and that. And he was saying at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you think. I sell $1 million worth of music every month. So there's somebody for somebody. You feel me? Like, just because we don't like it, there's billions of people out there.
So it sounds like the marketing is opening up to gesturing of the King's Court.
It kind of been like that for a while, and we probably could question, like, did 6ix9ine kind of do something to usher that in?
It was a real jester. Okay, your hair and all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's scary because when you think about it, is that the industry will only look for people that's popular now, and they can make them an artist without them having the talent. That's scary because the performance-wise, like, how would you? I mean, you better be a good performer. You know what I'm saying? In order to play that shit off. Fenix Flexin can never sing that song live because he's not going to sound like what that is. You know what I'm saying? Unless it took some real practice. You better go to London and learn how to speak and perform that song. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. Yeah, this is some real spooky shit, man. When it comes to, I mean, I would say, like I said, yeah, the industry would be in trouble with that, playing that game. Because it becomes popular like that, then you're going to have the fake, you're going to have the real. And human nature is always going to answer back to the human nature. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if it's like that and it becomes popular, like I said, man, if this becomes popular in 2 more years from now, no one is truly putting in the work to make the music. No one is truly writing the songs to complete the music. You don't need musicians. You don't need a producer. You don't need none of that. Just a personality. And then They're gonna be like, we don't need the personality. We'll just make a personality up. Just like the last guy. What's that? We covered this before with this AI artist that got signed to a deal and he wasn't real. How the fuck you sign someone that's real? You understand what I'm saying? This is you can't give a computer a deal. You can't. That computer can't make no money. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous to say that you gave this computer a deal, an AI. That's ridiculous to say. There's no deal. You are the deal. You're the industry putting it out. You know what I'm saying? There's no deal involved when it comes to finances. You're the deal. If it follows suit to this, then as human beings, we've all lost our way when it comes to real music being played. And it's human nature that's why you understand and you know when you hear something that's AI or you see something that's AI, that human intellect inside your body lets you know that shit's not real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna never get nothing from a computer to tell you how, if it was an R&B song, that computer was heartbroken. To another computer? You know what I'm saying? This is my point. This is my point.
The thing is that I think we can kind of internally understand what's going on, because if you listen to music for years and years and years, you develop a skill of knowing how certain songs go. It becomes basically second nature. So when we hearing these AI songs, it's like, okay, yeah, it sounds good, but something's missing, to where once they bring it out, like, hey, this wasn't real or whatever. I knew something about it. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I sensed something. So to go back on what you were saying a little bit before, I low-key think that this is just another era, and I'm not sure if it's going to stay or not. But in the 2010s, a lot of the record labels was targeting people that was on YouTube, because that's when they started worrying about numbers and everything. I remember this specifically. A lot of labels was looking at, well, if they have a big YouTube audience, that means that they'll have a big audience for music. So they started signing a lot of these people that was on YouTube that was popular. Justin Bieber is one person that got popular. I think he got signed like around 2005, 2007 or something. But he got signed off of a YouTube video. That's how he got discovered. So they started signing these DDGs, Rice Gums. I'm not even mistaken it, like one of the Paul brothers, Logan Paul. It was an era to where all these YouTubers started dibbling and rapping because they looked at it as another bag. You know what I'm saying? They kind of stopped doing that because they figured that every person that was popular on YouTube don't make popular music. And another thing, when it comes to the AI artists, that one dude failed because, if I'm not mistaken, he was kind of like a copycat of like 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? And for you to be very high, energetic and shit like that, you can't replicate that on a screen. Now, if it was a different type of artist, then depending on the subject matter, they got DJ shows to where a DJ is just DJ and all that shit, and everybody in the crowd getting hyped. They can make holograms and shit, so it's a possibility. That's one artist that really failed. Timberland is another person that low-key is in the process of doing something where it might be fizzling out. But what if the record labels did like something that they did in the 70s, to where they didn't disclose exactly who's that artist until they became fucking popular? Because they've done that before, to where on the records that they had, it was very ambiguous. It'd be a picture of a house or whatever the fuck it is, and then once you see them in person after they became popular, you'd be like, oh shit, that person was white, or this person was a heavy set woman, whatever it is. They can mask it until they become popular enough to where they don't care. We just want the demand of hearing that song. So he said, I do agree this is a dangerous time. What's up, Brian? Brian made a couple of comments. He said, live from the secret Jack in the Box basement, classic, corn dog, you sipping the cognac, floss like a boss. AI should be assistant intelligence, not artificial intelligence. People are just getting lazy, in my opinion. AI can't produce and feel the emotions a real person has from experience and consequences. And then he said, Jim in the holograms. It's truly outrageous. If you know, you know. Hey, and I'm not gonna lie, like that is real. Like a lot of these. Wait, hey, fix your mic, bro. I'm starting to see like the feedback. Ti, bro said Ti versus AI. Like the thing is, AI definitely can't tell you specific information as far as like they can tell you generic heartbreak advice, but they, like going through it, it's a whole different type of feeling. So there's a lot that's missing. Yeah, there's a video by damn, I'm tripping. There's a video by Hello Yasin Extras. It says AI rappers are dominating the charts now. So let's check this video out and see what he got to say about everything, man. This is getting very interesting.
What's popping, y'all? Looks like the AI arguments aren't going anywhere because a new expose has been levied at none other than Fenix Flexin Rubberz, which I said was the most important song that we've gotten this year. When this song came out, way before it had charted, but now it's been charting. So a little bit of a full pretext. We need that because there's a new video that came out, but a bunch of people are hopping on the new video. So initially, everyone was like, yo, this sounds like AI, and he was getting asked about it. The premiere for this song was on the Radar, and that's really important because that's a visual audio platform. You're not just hearing the song. So he had done an interview with Billboard, and this was in June 11th. So this was 2 months ago. And then he talks about it and says the following. He denied the AI allegations and said, no, sir, recorded same as all music I do. Only difference is auto-tune reverb and me using my fake UK accent, LOL. So keep in mind, he says he recorded the same as all the music he did.
Bullshit.
That doesn't mean that he didn't use AI whatsoever, right? Like he could have used it for inspiration. He could have used it as a reference track. Who knows? But he's saying that he didn't like run his voice through.
Iceman.
What?
Hey, why is there an AI now?
Iceman. This song has nothing to do with ice, but I'm nice, man. So I had me a crazy idea. Goddamn, I always got these crazy ideas. This always seems crazy until it was an amazing.
Is this AI too? Shit.
Yes, that's crazy. We got an advertisement that's from IcemanDrake.com. And it's an AI song, and we're talking about AI. See, that's what I'm saying.
Wow, you gotta let that play now.
Technology done got crazy, bro.
This is, I know, dude. I know.
I explain my crazy idea. Let me give you some background about me, and I only got one verse to do it. So let's get right to it. I'm Rami. Just released Gemini season this one.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Like, and then
it's something about the vocals that you like. Wait, it's something about the AI vocals that you can tell that don't sound authentic. Well, one, you don't hear it. You can edit this out too in Pro Tools, whatever you edit your music in, but you don't hear no when they're breathing in their raps.
That part
is just straight. It's no inhaling at all. So it sounds too perfect. The tone low-key kind of sound the same. And if you really listen with your headphones and shit like that, a lot of elements of the music is low-key kind of missing, like especially like the bass and the subs and shit. So this is like we're listening to it right now, but for those that know about the whole Will Smith AI clip where he is eating spaghetti, and then a couple of months later, there's a better version of that same video. Give AI music about a year or two from now, and it's going to be to the point to where it's basically damn near undetectable. They have it to where you can do these AI songs and actually get stems. Stems are the music files to where you can put it into Pro Tools and mix certain things down a particular way. So it's not like it's just giving you an MP3, which you have no control over. It's giving you the audio files of vocal track 1, vocal track 2, ad-lib track 3, sound effects track 4, so where you can damn near Dr. Dre, DJ Quick it to where it sounds like it's very studio professional mixed. So this AI shit is getting crazy, bro.
It is
real crazy.
And have it AI'd. He recorded it. Okay, very important. Then we get an expose that would come out from some user. Keep in mind, this user created his own application that detects AI. That's what this guy's doing. And he would make this video.
Guys, I was completely wrong. Fenix Flexin's Rubberz is fully 100% AI generated, and I have proof. This is a great lesson on how AI music detection models work, how they suck, and how we can improve them. Because my models a week ago said this song was fully human, and that was wrong. And then I used my hybrid detection model to see, wait, actually the voice is partially AI. And that was also wrong because it's fully generated AI, and I have proof. So there's two hypothetical situations when I saw the AI detection say that it was human. It was either one, the AI model that they used was completely out of our distribution, which means from the training data that I have of the AI models, it was outside of that. And the second thing that it could have been was that it was only partially AI, so I should look at the voice as well. Because what ends up happening with these fully generative detection models is that they're looking at the full song, and most of the song is actually the instrumental, not the voice. So if most of the song is human, then it would say it was human. So in my eyes, I was like, wait a second, this is probably just a human song. But we then got some information about this model, and I started testing with this model. I'm not going to give you the name of it because I think this is the most unethical model out of all of them. I was able to generate some pretty crazy copywritten things, and I just don't want to share this website with anyone. But check out what I was able to create on that. Does that sound familiar to you? That is literally because I put in Fenix Flexin as one of the tags while I generated the song. I put 1990s and I put some other stuff, British rock, and it generated literally the same exact flow and voice as the Fenix Flexin songs. So then what I did was I took 1,000 of the songs from this website and I trained my model to detect and learn from these 1,000. And then I checked the Fenix Flexin song again. It's fully generated. So my scenario 1 was the reason why this all happened. It was out of distribution, and now this model and any songs in the future that come from this model are going to be detected. Fenix Flexin, you're really weird for like lying about that stuff, or just tell people that it's AI. And I hope you enjoyed your 5 minutes of fame.
I thought this was just a nonsense. This was inconclusive. The producer would also talk about how this wasn't AI.
It's on a beat, and I produce a song.
So you're the one who mastered the vocals and produced the audio.
Pretty much just engineered it, pitch correction. Just like all this industry you do, you know, when you...
Whoa, what's that? I just built a budgeting app.
Bro, for real, what's up? Bro, what's up?
Which pitch correction plugin did you use?
I use a combo. I don't want to really give the sauce, to be honest.
Can you give them 50% of the sauce?
There is definitely like Melodyne and some vocal line.
Yeah.
That I'm not like, you know what I mean? And then we go from there.
So the bass vocals is just his voice.
Yeah.
And then you basically use pitch correction software to just make the notes work perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, he was hitting the notes, but if you know how auto-tune works, it's just like, if you're off, it makes it sound super robotic. So if you use Melodyne, it's like less robotic. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the conversation because, like I said,
technically it is AI. I feel like it is because technically isn't AI, auto-tune is technically AI because it's fixing pitch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you, I don't know if you can, it's kind of like a tool. You're not really hitting those notes. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. So I kind of like looked at it and I'm just like, okay, cool. Like they just assume like it is because it's so far off course.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, all right, like I'm not even saying it. Like I'm not arguing with anybody.
As far as the song being AI.
Yeah, no, in general, just like how it's just being approached, how we came completely different.
Because for a while, you know, auto-tune wasn't welcomed in rap. Like if you remember like Jay-Z death to auto-tune when like T-Pain and Wayne were doing their thing, and then Kanye drops 808s and Heartbreak, and from that point on it became like normalized. And now I love the sound of
I don't have a problem with AI. I think it's cool. You should use AI to help your songs, not like use it to be like, oh, I made this song, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like to correct errors.
I think that's cool, honestly.
Okay.
I like playing keyboards and though, so I try to like never ever really use.
So all of this happens. Now this resurfaces once again by an individual by the name of Medicine.
Rubberz by Fenix Flexin is entirely AI generated, and him and Perp are lying.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Perp's on the beat. We know the BS that's going on, but that's a very good question. Auto-tune. It's a computer program that fixes your vocals to where if they're supposed to be right here and your vocals right here, it'll align it to where it's perfectly in tune. Melodon do the same thing. If you're out of key, it'll drag your vocals into key to where you'll sound very perfect in harmony. So technically that is using computers to fix what you're doing, but the difference is at least the computer is working off of human vocals, not generating a full record. Like that's a big difference. And I think the semantics of everything, well, you know, is this computers and stuff? That's just a dead giveaway to throw things off of what you got going on. So we just gonna be 1,000 with it. And my thing is, at the end of the day, I'm like, the crazy part about it, I'm gonna just be real about whatever it is and stuff that I know that be going on behind the scenes. I might not directly expose different individuals when I tell stories, but we just gonna have to keep it a buck. You feel me? Brian said, here's something wild and crazy. I was ordering Yoshinoa at the drive-thru. It was all AI. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, though. Brian said, Classic, why did this interview seem AI? He says, I want to hear that Iceman song again. You want to hear that AI Drake Iceman song, bro?
Oh, shit.
Man, yo, that's crazy.
Hey, yeah, man. You know, him saying that, you made a good point there. Like, if there's a human involved with singing the song, he is coming from him. You can feel his presence. And if you want to go to AI, auto-tune, we got to go back to where it started in 1980. Zap, the Zap band, Roger Troutman was the real creator, or I ain't gonna say creator, but who brought it to the scene. This is way back in the 80s. Roger Troutman.
You're right, but then kind of wrong a little bit.
What's that?
The voice box and auto-tune are two different things. Like Cher.
Why?
Well, technically, the voice box was an instrument that you had to use. And the crazy part about it, you had to press the keys to get the right key done.
You said
you have to put your voice into it. Auto-tune is just going off of what you had.
Right.
So,
I know, but the auto-tune comes from that. It's the foundation of it. But Roger Troutman, like you said, Roger Troutman had to play the key in order for that vocal to hit that point. He did that himself through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the only one who had that when he performed. You know what I'm saying? He was unique when it comes to that. If we heard Roger Troutman singing in his natural voice, we wouldn't appreciate the music as much because it was such a new sound. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, man, when that Mo Bouncing the Ounce came out back in that was 81. I'm sitting on my dad's porch in Watts with my uncle and my dad on the porch, and they got the Mo Bouncing the Ounce playing on the boombox. You know what I'm saying? It was like that sound was
Hey,
it was very unique.
When you first heard that shit back in the day, like, how did that make you feel? You hearing this fucking robot sound over this dope ass beat?
Right. It was when I definitely felt that this is very unique because no one else is doing it. And not only from the sound of him singing through the auto or the voice box or whatever, the production work was sick. Everybody, man, that Mo Bouncing the Ounce, you heard that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And that was like a very new sound. You know, it was part of funk, but it evolved. You know what I'm saying? The funk evolved. And evolved more as it went to the G-Funk era. You know what I'm saying? The hip hop, you know, that's why you got to know your history, because when it comes to this hip hop, the shit wouldn't be sound like the way it sounded if you didn't hear it from back in the days. You know what I mean? It's got to evolve. This is I hate to say it, like it's unnaturally evolving into this bullshit with the AI. I don't want to hear AI music. I've heard one song that I liked from AI. I can admit that. And that was the remake of the Ludacris song. Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. That shit. I like that. I said move. Yeah, I like that. That shit was hard.
Well,
and that was AI.
They made it like an old 70s song or something?
Yeah. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. I said, move, bitch. Get out the way. Yo, that shit was hard. I like that. Yeah, funny. But it's a remake from original song. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's different. But like, just think about it. If an artist took that AI song and put life to it, you know what I'm saying, instead of the AI, when you come to perform it, you know what I'm saying, then you can say AI was involved with making the song from inspiration. You know what I'm saying? When you're performing it yourself as a human, it's different because you can mimic what you heard from the AI. Now, this shit with Fenix Flexin, he can't mimic that. I don't know, has he performed that song live yet? And if he did he sound like what that song sounds like?
He performed it live, and I'm not gonna lie, it sounded like trash, bro.
But did he sound like what it sounded like on the song?
That's why I said it sounded trash. It didn't sound nothing like it. And the funny part about it is when he was performing it, swiping cards in, and then the DJ will cut the music off to where he'll try to have the audience sing the shit or whatever,
right? And
cut it at other parts where he was rapping it. Didn't sound the same. So, like, there's been multiple instances that he's been exposed from people seeing the music file of where he created it on, because when you create it on certain certain programs, it will say the name of your song and then it will say the company that made it .mp3, and that somebody got that screenshot. He performed it live and it wasn't the same quality as the record. So it's been multiple times where he's been exposed, bro.
This is my part, bro. This is my part. Like, how can you respect him as an artist?
I think the respect gets lost when you lie about it. if you'd been like, hell yeah, I use AI. I'm experimenting.
Okay, there it is, right there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And would it be more acceptable if he was to come out and say, yeah, this is AI generated, completely AI, and we're, like you said, we're experimenting, would that be acceptable then?
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a career killer because they're being truthful. And another thing, I think Tyga's situation is a little bit different because he kind of came straight off the back saying, hey, I'm using AI, and he's not using his Tyga brand that will be associated with this whole AI shit.
Whoa.
He created a whole
So this persona. Is a complete experiment. No Tyga brand involved.
For Tyga, it's a whole different. He started a whole new channel. He's going by the name Starface. You know what I'm saying? All of this is something else. And honestly, this dude kind of opened it up to where the same artists don't have to ruin their reputation of being the best hip hop artists. Now they're jumping to a whole different genre. You feel me? So this like Tyga low key, it's funny. A smart person will learn from people's mistakes, and Tyga's doing it right because he's being open and upfront. So if you don't want to mess with it, you don't have to. And he got a whole different name about it. So Tyga, Tyga, he's doing the same shit, but people, the funny part about it, they will look at Tyga differently than they'll look at Fenix Flexin just from his honesty. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because let's say this. By him doing that. And let's say, I don't know if you want to say, you can call him an artist, but let's say a new artist comes out and that's his whole angle. You know what I'm saying? AI is his angle, but he's the one that's inspiring the music, writing the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And it's use his voice and, cadence and pitch. You know what I'm saying? And you come out naturally saying, yeah, this is completely AI. This is Tyga just there. I'm talking about a new artist. And he blows up. You know what I'm saying? But he's not performing the song. I would say he would produce a song, but get help from AI in the production. He writes his own lyrics completely. And if he has some troubles on some shit and he want to change it, he uses AIs for those tools. He uses his voice, but he doesn't rap it. Is that cool? Because this is what's to come. You know what I'm saying? After this. This is what's to come after this. Is that cool? And could you truly respect that person as an artist?
I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be highly questionable. Like honestly, this whole music industry, we've seen like the most famous Milli Vanilli. For people that don't know, what's that? Technotronics, the Pump Up the Jam, that song.
Oh yeah, Pump Up the Jam.
Fucking CC Music Factory.
Yep.
Gonna Make You Sweat. Black Box. We've seen multiple time after time to where these labels would get certain people doing the vocals, but if they didn't look or have the right aesthetic, they will have the face of the record that will look totally different. Because like the Pump Up the Jam, Nick Them Moving, they had this dark skinned chick that was actually a model.
Now you making sense.
And back then they didn't have AI and all that shit to where they could create records. So we got a whole new generation of this AI shit to where they're basically doing the same thing. And another thing I seen, it's this new rapper named Baby Chief Do It. He kind of admitted that when, like you said earlier, when he had writer's block, he would go to AI to help finish the song. Now, people automatically jumped on him by saying, "Oh, this dude using nothing but AI to create the whole song," and he had to get in front of that by saying, "Oh, I just gave AI a couple of bars, and then it made the rest for me, and I was just messing around with it." So
that's
we're
not
in
good.
a whole nother landscape of artists and technology being used. Brian says, "I have a confession. I am AI. Always have been. I even fooled myself that I was human." Splashy said, "Yo." Brian said, "Fun fact: since the advent of microphones, all vocal performances have been augmented and resonance. Yeah, resonance change. The true auto-tune from the 40s. That's why some singers were called crooners. What the hell is a crooner?
There's like the high-pitched songs. In the 50s, like when they had the doo-wop, and then you had the harmonization, and then you got your crooners. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Splashy said almost everyone in the music industry is dumb as hell. I'm not even gonna finish what he said. No, yeah.
Oh wow, there you go again, huh?
Yeah.
You better stop that, man. Hey. You called peace on the last episode, so I didn't even mention your name.
Hey, you know what? Hey, we with this. This is with this shit Saturdays. He said almost everyone in the music industry is dumb as hell. Corn dog will fit right in. Hey, I wouldn't take that if I was you, big bro. Like,
man,
man.
This man knows what it is, man. You know why he ain't showing up, man?
Man,
you know what I'm saying? He's scared of the real. If you pop up and we talk about the whole situation, man, you ain't got to come to my town, bro. I'm coming to you. I'm gonna roll in my BMW out there and bring my boys ready for the backup just in case. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what it is, bro. UFC or regular gloves.
That nigga don't want it. Brian says electric microphones allow singers to use a softer, conventional tone crooning rather than shouting over loud horns. All right, bet. Hey, I didn't know that, man. So
over loud horns.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he dropped a couple of some gems right there.
Yeah. Oh.
Splashy said nobody pulling up. We know that. Yeah, he's
pop up.
Yeah, he not doing that, man. Let's get back to the real shit though, man.
Yeah, for real.
About
it. Swiping cards and stacking chips. There's no AI on this. No AI on it. You freestyle Rubberz? Yeah. What?
They did not use.
No, you didn't. Shut up. He lying.
Formerly known as Sonato, was a new free online music model, and he actually imposed this on accident himself before Rubberz even came.
Splashy, man. The smoke.
He wants some attention.
There's a of the song where he forgot to remove the Sonato text from the file name. It's also really strange that Treblo used to be called Sonato, and they rebranded to Treblo 2 days before Rubberz was released. And 2 days before that, he was getting accused of using Sonato for a different unreleased song.
Get on that fiction over the garden wall.
Makes me wonder if they're closely tied to this company somehow, or trying to cover their tracks ahead of time. For now, I'll show you how I know they used a Treblo. All right, so the way this works is first you add tags, then there's a lyric box where you just tell it what you want the lyrics to be about. So I'll show you what it sounds like.
Diamond watches ticking up my empty wrists. I guess money was.
Yeah, so as you can see, it sounds just like the vocal on Rubberz. That's not even the juicy part. We're going to get there next. So after messing around
for maybe
30 minutes with this very vague lyric prompt, I started to notice that it very consistently spits out exact specific bars from Rubberz, way too many, way too often for it to possibly be a coincidence. Very important context real quick. You might be wondering, is Rubberz feeding back into this model and causing it to spit out these bars and sound like Rubberz? And the answer is no, I know it's not, because I replaced Fenix with Eminem using the exact same prompt and it still spits out all of these exact bars. So the lyric generation component of this model is completely separated from the artist tags. The artist tags do not influence the lyrics whatsoever, and I will show you proof of that.
Diamond chains, hanging heavy now by a heavy diamond chain. I see your face in the champagne bubbles, still see your face in the glass. I can stick with plastic, my pocket's getting thicker. Plastic smiles for the camera lens, stacking bills just to lose my friends. Plastic smiles on Sunset Boulevard.
Plastic smiles. You know, with you, baby. All right, Bob. It's time to wrap it up here. Rubber band snap.
Wow.
Rubber band snapping while I just let the rubber band snap.
Some kind of money on a table, it says a lot.
Bands on the table, band rolls on the table.
In the rain comes up often.
You stay stuck in the rain while I let me stand in the pouring rain.
Cannot sleep at night.
Top floor living, but I cannot sleep at night. But I can't sleep through the night.
Him and Perp are lying to your face about it. They fully generated this song. You guys are generating and releasing and profiting off of copywritten material, even if that doesn't end in legal reprepercussions. Like, I think
right. I didn't even think about that.
Chefs who are actually cooking and being creative are not gonna with you ever again. So, and I find it weird that Timbaland is encouraging him to continue lying about it.
Don't answer no question. Let them solve.
Use AI to make a whole song is ridiculous. That's like crazy.
So this guy is saying, oh man, you know, like we've got this new software now, this Treblo thing, which was formerly known as Sonato. And I will say that this theory expose has a lot more going for it and a lot more legs than the last one. I'm inclined to think like, okay, I'm not willing to be conclusive about it, and nor do I care, but we're going to get into me caring about it in a second. But the same individual that made the original video is somehow involved in this one as well. And by original, I mean the one from 2 months ago. He would say, for the past few months, Medicine and I have been investigating Fenix Flexin's Rubberz. When I uncovered it was from Treblo last month, I used technical explanations, but Medicine kept telling me the video hasn't been made yet. Until now, he went 1 million in under 12 hours. So this guy was working with him. And I will say that this is different because this this Raz guy, the initial guy, he has an incentive to promote his own detection software. So he has an incentive here, but this Medicine guy, as far as I know, he is just saying that, oh, this was the software used, and the Sonato thing on the title is a little bit fishy. So here I will say, okay, understandable that you guys make that assessment. However, where it gets sus is when this Medicine guy comes back and now is saying that, well, actually, it wasn't just that one Fenix Flexin song. It's this entire Tyga album that's coming out right now.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know, Tyga's new Starface 80s music, he is generating it fully with Treblo as well. I mean, we saw him link up with Fenix. You put him on the Treblo.
She want money and affection.
If you're ever curious if a song is AI, you can just go use my friend Rosh's AI detection model on Instagram, and it is trained on Treblo outputs. It's trained on Suno, it's trained on Udio. It can tell you if something's AI and where it came from. Interestingly, Empire is also releasing Tyga's music for some reason. So yeah, I don't know, dude. It smells weird. I think that Empire might be involved with Treblo itself somehow. But I don't think that what these people realize is AI music detection is already here, and it's very effective, and it's about to be used to detect and publicly label what is and isn't AI on streaming platforms. So we're all going to have the clarity and the transparency we need.
True.
They're not going to be able to lie about it much longer. Yeah, I don't
That's true.
realize what's coming and like the damage they might be doing to their credibility. But have a nice day.
Yo.
So this is where I'm starting to think that this is getting a little bit ridiculous. And this is where he's losing.
See, any thoughts?
Yeah, okay. That was an example of what Fenix Flexin. Let's start from the inspiration of the song and lyrics he got from AI, right? Are those his lyrics Because I don't think he's thinking about plastic, whatever the fuck you just said. That sounds like some AI shit. Okay.
Plastic smiles and plastic tears.
Yeah, like, that sounds like something that definitely AI is like throwing out a hidden message. You know what I'm saying? A subliminal. People ain't catching on to. But my point is like, did he get these lyrics from AI? Once he got the lyrics through AI, he laid it down, and AI took it upon itself to make it fit with what was made through the track. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he ran it. Okay. I'm not going to give this man the benefit of writing the song. Is what I'm saying. AI wrote this song. He ran each line through there to make it fit, and that's what they did. Each line was ran through, and he got changed with a London accent. He tried to do his best. You know what I'm saying? He tried to do his best, but they ran it through the London accent with vocals on the song, on the track that was already made by AI. How about that? That guy talking about he didn't produce that song. AI did that. He got the lyrics from AI, ran them through there, made it fit to the song. It's completely false to who you are as an artist. You can't be an artist, especially a rapper, and have a ghostwriter. And you can't be an artist and have a ghostwriter as an AI. It's more respectable to probably have it from a human. But if this is the new phase to get hot from these young artists out here, fall into play. Do your own shit and become independent then, huh? See what you do then. I'm not condoning this type of behavior when it comes to making music. I think the music belongs to coming from the soul and out for everyone to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's why these drums is in the back. I got a guitar over there and a piano. You know what I'm saying? People, when you become lazy into making the music, I get the part where you have writer's block. Because I remember I was at a point where I had writer's block. And I was on writer's block for a week. And then my cousin came through. I'm like, man, I'm writing this song. He like, I said, I got writer's block. He's like, what you got? I said the last line, and then he said the next line. I wrote it down. After that, I didn't need him no more. I completed the song. You know what I'm saying? Just from that one line. Now, I get that from inspiration of AI. You know what I'm saying? But to completely, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got, because when it comes to making music, these rappers out here got a team. Of course, they write their own lyrics. And just like I said, if I come across a part where like I got writer's block or they got writer's block, they got the team to fill in with that. Boom, bow. Oh, yeah, hell yeah, bow. Next thing you know, you going and you keep going and you got a hit because you got a team. You know what I'm saying? That's music, bro. That's how it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? You still expressing yourself truly. And if I was able to put that song out, I would give credit to my cousin for co-writing that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the funny part of that shit when it comes to this AI. Who does the writer's credits go to? Okay? That's very significant in this because they have the watermark or whatever. They have where the lyrics and the music came from the site that it was made from. Okay, now if this song did that big, what is the percentage that they get for creating the song?
Now, the percentage, who are you talking about in particular, though?
The people that whatever AI company he used to make the song, the track and the lyrics. Okay, because we know he didn't do this by himself. We know this because we know what type of artist he is, what he represents, how he used to rap, and all of a sudden you like this. You know what I'm saying? So if you got and they got the whole backup to where this all officially came from, you have to give up those writers' credits. You can't take that for yourself.
I'm not gonna lie.
Especially if we all know that you did not write or your producer didn't make this track.
Like how things are going right now, and from what I actually know, of course, the people that made the prompt, hey, make a song talk about me walking down the street and I got 15 guns in my pockets. Now, you made the prompt, the song comes out. They're going to take the writer's credit, all that shit. But on the long road and the long term of everything, they could end up getting sued because AI has been training on other people's original music. So the music company that curated all that stuff, they technically own the rights to that song.
Wow.
Nobody's jumping in front of it right now because everything is early, and instead of casting a small net and getting one fish, they're gonna wait till hundreds of people have been using it.
Holy
and then
shit.
Next thing you know, everybody get caught up in that bullshit to where now they're getting sued by this company because they didn't read the fine print. Like a lot of times when they had these contracts, it'd be that small writing, and in that small writing is going to be, we technically own all this stuff, so use at your own caution.
Right. So the company that produced it all, do you think they would be financially gained from the profits off of the song?
Wait, say it again?
Do you think the AI company can have financial gain from the song and what it produced in finances? Do they get a cut out of that?
Technically, they can, because like I said, once again, you're using their platform to where they can own a percentage of that, unless they have it in writing that, hey, all this music belongs to y'all, and they can get the deal on their own by the numbers of, if you got 30 million people using your app, you can go to whatever other company saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, let me get a loan, or let's do a deal to where I sell you this, or let's work together to where I can get a bigger bag. You know what I'm saying? So there's no money going to be left on the table.
No, I'm saying like the timestamp of the music and the AI producing the music, that timestamp, they could use that, like you just said, to sue them in the long run. Because they didn't probably read the fine print. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm saying the AI company can financially gain from this. Because if he's taking credit for writing it, who's taking credit for production and writing the song? Because if that's the case, and it's legal for you to take that type of production and the royalties of the song, there's going to be a whole bunch of artists that's going to follow suit with that until these regulations get regulated. You know what I'm saying? Because I could do the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, tonight, as soon as we done, I can write a song. I can get the music I want to go with it, and then put it out there with a different voice. You understand what I'm saying? But still give my credit to me writing, but it was regulated through AI. You understand what I'm saying? And it becomes popular, and I get rich. Now, do I got to look at the AI coming back at me for their chips?
Hey, another caveat to this whole situation, you know, certain distributor platforms are banning AI music.
Right.
And they have software to detect if like people using AI or not.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple of comments. Splashy, nope. Splashy says not everyone needs AI. Slash Lie says smash up that like chat if you haven't done so. Brian says I can't wait to hear Alredo Chocolate Rain by Tay Diggs. Wait, what? That one kind of went over my head.
Yeah, I'm Redo.
Yeah, you got me on that. Brian also says ain't gonna nobody with this. Wait, what? Ain't gonna nobody with this AI song ain't gonna hurt nobody on an auto-tune singing in the tone of Kid and Play. Wait, ain't gonna hurt. Basically, wait, what? You talking about the ain't gonna hurt nobody song being sung in auto-tune?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Release take up time, sign up for sure. Yeah. Masters are going to be remastered using AI. Yeah, I got the artist, the homie Jag. He's saying that he's going to pull up.
What?
Saying give him like 15 minutes. He's charging his phone.
Charge your phone while you on it.
Yeah, we'll see. He says I just got to the stew, waiting on the engineer. So yeah, who knows how that go, man. Who owns the song is what Brian said. Flash Live also says the streaming link only takes me to sign up, doesn't let me join. You have to go to the what's that? The not the vertical video, you got to go to the other one.
Yeah.
Because I can see that you're watching from the
yeah. Go to the one that's got the thumbnail.
Yeah, you watching from the other one, but that should invite you up and everything.
Be right back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But shit, let's get back to it though, man.
A lot of people because they're saying, okay, so it sounds like you're promoting this software now, because this would be a means to promote the software. Now, do I think it's good if it gets exposed that the software is throwing artists under the bus in order to promote their AI? I don't think that would come out too hot, but you got to think there's already huge players in this game like Suno and Udio. Those are the big two. So if you're a third player and you're trying to come into the game, you're going to want to do damn near all that you can to get some promotion and get people using you, because the people that are using this are going to be people that don't have any qualms about using AI. And a lot of people just want to have fun with this. And I do think that there's a lot of copyright avoidance that can be had for creative like video makers and filmmakers using AI music, because getting a license is damn near impossible. Most people can't get samples cleared. But with the Tyga album, it's like you have a library now where it can go back in history. It's almost like Who Sampled. Like Who Sampled is this website where, I don't know when it came out, it was a long time ago, where you could check where the samples came from for certain songs. So now if you pull up things from the AI that's been trained on damn near all the music out there, yeah, you're going to find similarities to different eras. And then to just conclusively throw it out like, oh, this is AI, I think that's harmful right now. However, I would tweet out 2 rappers with AI allegations, both on the Hot 100 right now. Now, first, I'm going to talk about Fenix Flexin. We're going to get into the second guy. I said Fenix Flexin Rubberz is at its peak right now at number 58. And he just keeps getting these AI accusations that are all proof. None of it is conclusive, like I said. But even if we're to assume that Fenix Flexin used AI, all of the people that are like, yeah, human art, this and that, you need to realize you are fighting a game that you will never win. Like I said, these snobs and geeks that pretend they have such amazing taste, you're not going to stop the success of it. Like, you think that exposing this, people are going to find out and they're going to be like, man, we're not messing with that AI artist. We're going to boycott him. And he's not going to have the biggest hit of his career, which is exactly what's going on for Fenix Flexin right now. That's not happening. We learned that with Drake. We learned that with Rick Ross. We learned that with Drake. 50 Cent thought, okay, I've got a tactical nuke right here. This guy's going to be exposed as a former correctional officer, a police guy, and he's playing as Rick Ross, which is the name of another drug dealer. He drops it. What happens? The guy drops some bangers. He survived. Career survived. He had massive success afterwards. And then with Drake, one of the most lyrically respected rappers at the time, and even before that, throughout his career, he gets exposed for having a ghostwriter. Meek Mill thought, this is going to end him. Well, what happens? He comes back with some hits, and it doesn't end him. So the point is, if the product is there, people don't care. They will not care. They're not going to be on some integrity high horse like you got. And like I said, the people that feel a way about this mostly are unsuccessful, aspiring maybe music artists or or just people that are just snobs. And we're all snobby about something, right? But I just don't think it's going to work. That's what I'm saying. It's futile. However, right now, throwing these accusations, it's bad for the brand. You do not want to be, I'm the AI guy. Not right now. Like back then, like for example, with Drake, you didn't want to be I use reference tracks guy until about 2019, 18, 19. And then it was like, nobody cared anymore. But that 3-year period.
Bro. So what's your thoughts about that? Like, because he do have a point. Like I kind of said earlier, the more people talk about it, is blowing the song up out of curiosity. Rick Ross and 50 Cent, they had their beef, and I always thought Rick Ross was one of the people that 50 Cent couldn't really demolish like Ja Rule. And what he did was he created good music. So if we go with the fact that good music will override whatever label it is, like, would that still apply, like, as far as AI and everything?
Yeah, because they're gonna have the regulations that's gonna be popping up on this. You know what I'm saying? This is strictly unregulated right now. You know what I mean? It's the time. If you want to make some money, you better get on it right now. I heard that man just say, AI is not the thing to use right now in music. But you know what? It sounds like it's making a turning point. It's going to become a fad. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be hearing a whole bunch of AI stuff. We're going to get tired of it because, like you said, there's no real true essence of a human there. You know what I'm saying? Where you have the part where people are rapping and and I came in, you got that expression. You know what I'm saying? That it's not there. AI is getting better too. It's gonna fool us, but the regulations will come in, and it's gonna let everybody know that this is AI. If you're a fan of this, then you're a fan of this. If you're a fan of the real music, then of course the real music is gonna be beating this AI because nobody and unless these Gen Zs is truly dumb as they are, and they don't care. But I'm not trying to listen to no type of computer. You know what I'm saying? With the type of, I did say, I like that song, that the remake AI of Ludacris song, "Move Bitch, Get Out the Way." I honestly thought that was, I knew it was AI when I heard it, but I was like, wow, this is completely different. They captured something there. You know what I'm saying? And that could become popular as a song. You know what I'm saying? But if you, let's go back to it. The regulations of it. Once it becomes regulated and you know that these artists are on the AI side, and you got these artists that's on the real side, now it's a competition. And when it comes to the stock market, without competition, you make no money. Now we getting deep. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have competition in order for it to be a market. So we're opening up a new market for the competition, which is the human. And if there's fans that go that way, and shit, I don't think that the last guy we was talking about, he wasn't even a guy, he was a fucking computer. He was a fucking synthetic. He wasn't even a synthetic. The last guy we talked about, he failed. God, the last AI we talked about, he failed as an artist.
The last computer
that we talked about failed as an artist. Probably because ain't nobody willing to accept that at the time. You know what I'm saying? AI is coming much more smarter, advanced, more scarier to me, because I'm not just talking about this music part of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like letting a rabid dog go in a neighborhood and you try to tell them, hey, stop. Hey, don't do this. Hey, no, that dog is not going to listen. He's going to bite the shit out of your ass. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
this is a very dangerous game that we're playing when it comes to this AI. And it's not just us. It's, worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own experimental AI of how and they want to do. And, hey, man, I seen Skynet when I was young. And when I seen it, I was like, that's possible. And I seen that movie in 1989. No, it wasn't. It was 86. I seen that in 86. So if I'm thinking, this could be real, and I'm living in the times where it could be real, we're not trying to regulate it, or we're basically, man, there's things about AI that's dangerous. There was some type of Chinese AI that they were training, and it, in 8 out of 10 times, they gave us the deceiving, they gave us the deceiving algorithm. And 8 out of 10 times, it went to blackmailing the person that was texting it, as if I'm going to release blackmail files against you because I know what you've been doing on the computer. You know what I'm saying? And when you playing those type of games because you want to see what the AI will do in that situation, that's fucking dangerous, bro. Because if it could go to blackmail, that means it would go to another way of thinking because of the what's the word? The consciousness of the computer itself, self-awareness. You feel what I'm saying? This AI shit is completely dangerous. I've seen the movie, The Terminator. And, if they don't get a hold of this shit, it's gonna get out of hand to where they can't even control it because it's doing what it want to do. Opening up the genie's bottle. You know what I'm saying?
The fears of what people have been talking about. We had Flash come up here. I wanted to get his opinion about what was going on, but this nigga just dipped after just looking in the camera.
That was the crazy dude, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but, no, wait. That wasn't douchey, was it?
No, hell no. Of course that's not him. He'll never pop up.
I seen Splash live or something.
Says, sorry, bro, had to pop in. Hey, you could have gave your opinion other than looking at the camera all weird.
Bro, for real. Just come back in. I'm sorry I was running my mouth. I was in the mean of, giving my take, but you're welcome to come back in, bro. Say what you gotta say.
Yeah, if you're gonna come up here, we need a your opinion other than just looking in the camera, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give us something, my nigga. But yeah, let's get back to this video though.
Yeah.
Between when Drake got exposed and 2018, 2019, reference track, he did not want to get exposed for that. After that, people stopped caring and they were just like, oh, the music's hitting. So we're in that phase right now with AI where if you're using it, even if you're not using it, you do not want to be known for it. Even if you are using it, you do not want to be known for it. You want to deny it, like Fenix Flexin. He's just told to deny it, which is, I think it's the right thing to do because the speculation and the conversation carries this. It carries a lot of the continuous discussion about a song like this. What other songs are getting talked about 2 months after they dropped? Still talked about like it's fresh. And it's the biggest hit of his career. And like I said initially, the very important part of this is that even if it's AI generated, it's proof that the music isn't enough because the visual, the way that he marketed it, the contrast between the way Fenix Flexin looks, the way Fenix Flexin has rapped, the way Fenix Flexin sounds, and the contrast and where he's from, and the contrast between that and the music that he made, and seeing that visually is what really made you think like, what the hell is this? I need to share this. I need to talk about this. I need to look more into this. This doesn't make sense. So it piqued your curiosity, and it is a catchy song, but if it was just the song and it sounded, it's hard for me to say because I found out about this visually, like most of us did. But the song is catchy. However, if it was easy to make on AI, this is what happens with AI. Like you'll see it with thumbnails on YouTube. You'll see a format and you'll see like 20 different people using the same AI format. And then you just get tuned out to it. And you're like, yo, this is gross. I don't want to see this anymore. This is trash. I think it's the same thing with AI music where like stuff can be basic. I don't know if he really used it, but Baby Chief Do It is another example where these allegations don't really matter. Because Baby Chief Do It would admit that he used ChatGPT, which is also hated.
I've been using that shit to write my lyrics. Real
word, ChatGPT.
I remember that.
Work. Well, what I did was I wrote down 4 bars and I said, write me a song. And then it said, give me a start me off, some shit like that. And bro, I started him off, whatever. That
ain't no him.
I never actually used AI before, like until then.
What made you want to do it? Like, what? You just curious?
I had posted on my notes one night. I was bored as hell. I was like, who want to write my next song? And then this girl had replied to him, like, I would have just used ChatGPT. So I downloaded that shit. Oh, bro. And it's cold. That's scary though. Like that, all that AI.
So this was the initial clip. And since then, and he got a bunch of hate for this saying like, yo, AI is writing his lyrics, which if you read the lyrics of a Baby Chief Do It and you ask ChatGPT to make you a song, it's not going to make you a song like that. Like if you suck, you suck. Like, oh, this person wrote a book with AI. Like if you the prompter is really doing a lot of the legwork, but he's just saying he's throwing ideas off. It's like a thesaurus, right? Like if someone's like, yo, I want to look up another word to say this. Okay. And then they look up the other word. Was that person cheating? But no, AI has this branding of data centers and it's become politicized a little bit. So Baby Chief Do It, he got a lot of backlash. But what happened? He comes back with a hit, the Ghetto Love Story song.
Look, I want to low-key kind of clarify that AI is not like using a thesaurus. Like when I was rapping and shit like that, of course you'll look, all right, what's another rhyming word or what's the opposite of X, Y, and Z?
Right. I used
you're
to do that.
Still the same person that's structuring all these sentences. You're not going to a site. How do I put this sentence together? You're looking for you're trying to expand your vocabulary by using
one word.
It's basically kind of like fill in the blank. So you still have to do the exercise of, okay, now that I found this word, do this fit with what I'm trying to say? Like, so it isn't the same as AI because AI is definitely just on some copy and paste, plug and play, no type of knowledge really needed. It's doing everything for you. It's basically putting everything on steroids and training wheels for you. So I think there's a difference with that. So, for people to try to just say like, well, like it's two different things. You feel me? Like what you think about that? You think it's the same thing or different?
No, that's different. When it comes to thesaurus, of course. I mean, I used to use a thesaurus all the time when it comes to write lyrics and shit. That was like my best tool. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you know, you're looking for that word because you want to change the word because everybody else is using that word. You know what I'm saying? So let's change that up with something else and when you do that, that can bring more inspiration to you to continue like writer's block, you know, type stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, you said with the computer, shit, you're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything.
If anything, you're writing a prompt and then letting it the AI do everything else.
Right. And the kid that was just speaking on that, what was his name again?
Baby Cheese Do It.
Okay. He said he put the prompt up and the computer said, give me something to start with. He threw out 4 lines and they wrote the whole song for him. You know what I'm saying? And then you go back and claim pretty much you claim it that's what you wrote. You know what I'm saying? And they said nothing about it. The part, I think if you're using AI, I honestly think that you need to just go ahead, say that you're using it so you don't have that backlash of like what's going on right now with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew when it came out there was AI. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, people still like the song. I don't like the song. I think it's garbage. Tell you the truth, that's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? If I want to listen to something old like that, I'll go to some Billy Idol, or, you know, some kind of London rapper. A London rock star from the 80s. I'll listen to that before I would listen to what I heard. And I accidentally was driving down the street one day, had the radio playing, and I heard the song come on the radio. I was like, oh my God. As soon as I heard it, I turned that shit off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, question. And that's funny. Now you may not like it for the sake of it being a dope ass hip hop song. Whatever genre that it will be classified in, can you say that the record is catchy or just all trash?
I don't see the catchy part of it. I don't understand why people like this song. It's not in my essence for me to like the song. You know, it's in the essence of these youngsters that's out here. You know what I'm saying? It's for them.
The thing is, like, shit, people can look at me funny, weird, whatever it is, as a song altogether. Like, let's just be honest. How many trash ass rap songs that you heard, you would say like, oh man, this nigga cannot rap. But hey, that's a catchy ass hook though. That's a good ass beat. So to be honest about this song, I think the song has catchy elements. It has to have some type of catchy elements that have millions of views.
Right,
like,
but
you know, motherfucker,
I don't like it.
Buying views and shit like that or whatever. But in this specific situation, there's a lot of people that saying that they fuck with it. See, Grandpa Snipe says it's catchy, and then Jalen agreed with that. What's the word Cash made? Jalen also said songs aren't being made to be good anymore. These new artists are aiming for TikTok hits to get stuck in your head.
That has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
We came from another era as far as the TikTok era to where a popular or a catchy part of a song, people put that in a small clip, they do a dance to it, it go viral. Now people are curious about the whole song, and sometimes they don't even like the whole record. They're like, all right, where's that one part that I like? Okay, yeah, that don't even sound like the rest of this song. Like, you know, so people, I'm gonna have to agree with Jail on that. Like, a lot of people are making music to be trendy, no matter how much it's good or actually
I get that.
worth listening to. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just keeping an open ear to that, because I was on Miss Toy podcast the other day, And of course, you know, they did the music review, and this dude had this song to where he was rapping over like a Cool in the Game sample, but he was rapping off beat. He was kind of basically making jokes while he was rapping, and it kind of sounded like some troll rap and stuff. But there's a lane to where different people will like that type of shit. So with this whole Rubberz situation, I think what people are grasping is the fact that it's different. It don't sound like an NBA YoungBoy song. It don't sound like a Drake song. It don't sound like a Kendrick song. You can literally identify it as its own self. And not gonna lie, you know, swiping cards and stacking chips, like the way that is being said and shit like that, it is low-key kind of catchy. The whole song isn't catchy, like, and I can't stop, can't sleep through the night. Like I said, it's a catchy ass song, but it's not something that's gonna have me in the car fucking driving around. Fucking Christina Aguilera, Genie in a Bottle. I'm a genie in a bottle. It's a good song. It's a dope record. I'm not gonna be cruising the whip, bumping some ooh, like no. But I can identify that it's a good song. So when it comes to this whole Fenix Flexin thing, I think you really messed up by saying it wasn't AI. And second of all, this isn't actually a rap song. And I think a lot of people are categorizing it as rap. Where by rap standards, it'd be trash. You know, so
I mean, what is this song categorized in? What is it?
Definitely gives me pop vibes for sure. You know
pop like, no, listen to the song. Okay, pop vibe. No. What is the category of it? Not just pop. Like what does it fall into? Is what I'm saying. This shit sound like 80s. What they used to call that shit? I forgot what they called it, but it sounded like something from the 80s that was, of
course,
and I guess you would have to say pop because it's not rap. It's not rap. Oh,
it's that sniff music. You feel me? That 1980 disco boogie. You feel me? And
okay, one of them. It's on that vibe.
Dance pop, 1980s new wave and alternative indie pop.
New wave, right. New wave.
Yeah, it's definitely not a hip-hop song, but it's being played on hip-hop radio stations or outlets. Grandpa Snipe said alternative pop. He said sound like some shit you listen to in Miami talking shit to Scarface. Brian said, making my way downtown. That's a good ass song. It's catchy as fuck. I'm not listening to it, but it's a dope record. But so overall, I really just think the fact that the AI attachment to it really have people kind of fucked up about it. Snipes also said it's a new sound. Try something new, whether it's AI or not. I appreciate different. See, and Snipes, he's in his 40s. You feel me? And he grew up on good real music. So
but if it's different, would it be different if it came from out of him, of his essence, his soul, and the production? Did that come from out of the producer's soul? That's the part that I don't like. And I that's why I consider it soulless music. You know what I'm saying? Because let's go to it to where hip hop was not around. And there was a so-called moment of the Motown in the 60s. And then you have this woman with this tremendous voice come out of nowhere, Aretha Franklin. And then once she started singing, she made you feel. You felt the vibrations. You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference, I guess. It's like I'm not feeling the vibrations. You know what I mean? So I'm not feeling the music. You know what I'm saying? I hear it. Of course. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find me singing that song. I ain't heard it enough times. I heard it maybe twice, probably 3 times at the most. And that was enough for me, man. I'm like, yo, I don't like this. This is something that I'm not gonna build a like on, and it's gonna be in my Spotify play coming on randomly. You know what I mean? That's not gonna happen. Um, hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? If you appreciate fake music, fuck with it. Because it's about to be a competition anyway, because that's what they're doing. They're setting it all up. You know what I'm saying? AI against real now, huh? Oh, now we got something. We got a marketing plan now. Let's get all the AI player and people we can do, and then we gonna go against the real. I don't like it. And especially with that kid talking about he fed Chat GBT 4 lines and he wrote the rest of the song. He performed the song and was popular in probably all of his songs. Yo, that's not you, bro. That's not you.
Brian said bubblegum pop. Snipe says, I think he fucked up with the follow-up
Bubblegum pop.
Laughing out loud. Snipes also says, shit, I still give him credit. They had to type the prompt. Man, typing a prompt, that ain't shit though, bro. Like, as you gotta think about something a little bit, but not much. You don't do coke, bro. Laughing out loud, you're not supposed to feel it.
What the fuck?
But are you swiping cards and stacking chips? Laughing out loud, corn dog sound like a certified grandpa.
Yep. Get it right.
He said, get off my line.
Get off your line. Okay.
Oh shit. Like, no, like honestly, I don't think that it's the fact that Corny's like older. I think he the thing is, I understand the song, what it's for, but I like if we talking about sports, let's talk about Kevin Durant. We can say that Kevin Durant is a dope baller, but you still can say he's a bitch ass nigga for going from the Thunder to the Warriors. Two things can be true at the same time. So I can acknowledge this AI song. It sounds cool, but whoever created the shit ain't shit because it's fake. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm not gonna hate on the song 100% and say that it's 100% useless. I'll probably say like 25%. It has some type of use to it. But overall, I think it will do artists that take time and effort to curate their craft and work on their craft. I think it'll do them a disservice. And overall, the fucked up part about it is I know how record labels operate, and it's all about money. So if they can find a way to save 98% of their money and use it on their own shit and they get their bigger checks, they're going to go for that to where damn near regular artists are going to be an old thing of the past. They'll figure out how to have these AI people perform for lives and shit like that. Like they already have fucking listening sessions, quiet listening sessions where everybody got headphones on. So the next thing is motherfuckers gonna wear VR fucking goggles on their face to where the artist performing in front of them like that. Like, I think we're about to really see something else going on in music, and I think it's time that we gotta actually prepare. Not saying that I go with it, but we just gotta. If you don't keep up with technology, you're gonna end up getting lost. Like for the people that got on computers in the early 90s, this shit is computer, what the fuck is this? I'd rather just use my Rolodex on my phone book. Now is the same people nowadays, hey, how do you do this on a computer? So it's better to catch on to shit earlier than late. And I see why Tyga still put out a whole album that's AI, but under a different moniker to where if things don't go right, he can just, hey, that was the thing of an era, it's over with.
Yeah, which is experimental And why not? It's kind of like, I ain't gonna say smart, but a way of staying ahead of the game. If it's to pop off like that, you know what I mean? What does he got to lose? Why not? Let's go it. Different moniker, brand not affiliated. Let's go. Let's see what it do. Let's be experimental with it. You know what I mean?
I got two people in two different chats saying the same thing. Snipe said, shit, they had the Tupac hologram joint. And then Brian said Tupac hologram tech mixed with AI. So we got two people that's in two different areas that's on the same shit. They can't even see what the next person is typing. And they said the same shit.
Okay, well, it's experimental at this point. You know what I'm saying? So if Tyga was a step up and he has a bigger name, and Fenix Flexin, I would say, because I'm not truly knowing about his origins, but I know it has something to do with the Shoreline Mafia shit going on, right? The Shoreline Mafia, OGs and all them, right? With Tyga stepping up and probably being the first as a big name artist to do it, it's experimental, and other artists is probably sitting back looking at him to see if it's gonna pop. You understand that part? He's not using his brand like you said. Excuse me. So it's truly experimental, using a different moniker and all that. See what it do. Give it 2 or 3 months and see if it be played on the internet. I mean, on the radio, or not just radio, just becomes popular off a TikTok or something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the game is, the TikTok game, huh?
Hey, TikTok is one of those apps to where you can be nobody per se right now and overnight just blow up on some shit. Snipe says Timbaland tried it and low-key flopped. To be honest with you, recently I'll say 2 artists, that MF motherfucker that was sounding like
that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was sounding like Tekashi. He flopped. And then the artist Timbaland came out with, like, I forgot her name, but low-key, she's kind of dwindling out of there. And I think the problem is a lot of people are knowing off the rip that it's AI. And that's what's kind of...
Yeah, it was too early.
Yeah. Honestly, on some real shit, I really believe because it's new tech, people aren't really fucking with it. But watch once... some of these AI models, they're on version 5. So once they get to version 15 and 20 and shit like that, it's about to be a whole nother ball game. The way what was that? Sora was making all these AI generated clips that was going viral and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Technology is something that's very undefeated, and we're gonna really see, man. Brian said, just wait till we get the AI unaliving fools for disrespecting their digital ego. Now that's frightening.
Whoa.
What else?
I don't think they're gonna have that. You can't. AI won't let you do that shit. But it would be a AI company come out for you to do it.
So Snipe said if Al Green was on the hook, it would slap. I think you talk about if Al Green was on the hook of Rubberz. And I hate it. Hey, let's finish this video up. We almost done with it though. And we about to be out of here. We ain't having no special guests tonight, man. Motherfuckers ain't pulling up.
That song is 4 weeks on the charts right now, peaking at number 44. So we got 2. Well, this one's going to get top 40. I hope so for him. And he would talk about reflecting on the accusations that he got of just being dismissed as an artist because he said he uses ChatGPT to generate some ideas.
At first, it low-key pissed me off because I feel like people could say anything about me, but to call me less of an artist is crazy work. I wasn't really tripping after like a day or so, just because I knew it wouldn't affect my career, just out the strength of me knowing how I am as an artist. Like I've never released a song that wasn't written by me.
Hey, I'm sorry. This dude Brian said AI going to be quiet creaking. Yo, shut up, bro. God damn.
I'm a great writer, and I take writing very, 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 very seriously. But people can't hate me for experimenting, you know.
Whoever is around this guy, or if it's just him, they're doing a very good job, because to be able to be level-headed and to think like he's thinking and to just keep pushing forward, it's not easy. Like a lot of people would spiral and keep trying to prove people wrong and say, well, actually, I'm not. You can't prove to somebody that you didn't use AI. That's the problem. It's kind of like Salem witch trials type stuff. If they say you're an AI user and they throw up some random proof and a bunch of people believe it, it's on you. No matter what you do, you cannot prove it. What is going to be valuable, though, is how can somebody use this to their advantage? Because right now we're in a period of time, like I said, the 3-year, I don't know if it's going to be a 3-year mark, but it's like TikTok. Like for a period of time when I was telling everybody that TikTok was going to be the hottest thing ever, and everybody's like, man, that's corny, that's corny. There was that period of time where if you had a hit song on TikTok, it was just, that's a TikTok song. Now there is no TikTok song. It's a hit. If it's not a hit on TikTok, it's not a hit at all. So there were only hits, and there was like a 3-year, 4-year time period for that as well. Not an exact number. But right now, I think it's more than valuable for artists to leverage. Some artists can do this, especially if they've got snobby fans, to leverage filming and recording their process of making music. So if they get a banger, they can just show that. And then people are like, oh, okay, so anything that's non-AI right now is seen as more valuable because people don't really completely understand how AI works, especially with music. So they're just inclined to dismiss any level of effort from the artist, which you're not putting up. Even if you can make Fenix Flexin Rubberz song and it's made with AI, bro. And even if Ghetto Love Story was made with AI, you have access to the same software. Why can't you get a hit? I mean, even if somebody's untalented, they should be able to get a hit because it can just do the voice for you, right? So it's clear that what should be respected more, even if these guys did nothing for the song, which they're both talented artists, to be able to, for Fenix Flexin to be able to have a career for this long, he's a talented artist, to be able to turn a song into a hit and get a bunch of people interested in listening to it consistently is more impressive than a bunch of people trying to expose them for doing it. And I don't think Tyga's album, because Tyga is investing a lot of money into creating like this world for the album as well. And Tyga is not really known for his albums. He's more so known for hit singles. Yeah, I remember the last, I think was it Kyoto, the album that he dropped a long time ago. That's the last Tyga album I remember listening to. It was a Japanese album. Was it? I don't want to say the album. Yeah, it was Kyoto. Yeah, that was in 2018. So for him to invest this much money into the visuals and all this other stuff, I'm less inclined to think that he just mashed it together in AI. So I do think people need to be a lot more responsible throwing out these accusations, because you are harming the person's image. Now, are you harming their career, their potential commercially? No, because the majority of listeners don't care. Like, people are still listening to David's music. And hopefully one day people will get this through their head, is that things like music, things like X-rated content, stuff like that, if people like that stuff, there's nothing that the person does or gets accused of. There's no really like more moral law that's going to prevent them from supporting it, because they feel like they're doing it for free. They're like, oh man, music's free. Like, I'm not going out and buying it. I'm not going to the guy's concert. I'm just turning it on and listening to it myself. And they're not going to get judged for it either, because nobody knows what you're listening to. So that's my rant on this. Eventually, AI is just going to be swallowed up into the process of making music. You will never be able to detect it. It's like, you're going to get more false positives than anything else. What's a detection of AI? Oh, seeing that somebody used a reference from the 80s. It's more so you could say like, hey, this is where this music was, the time frame in which it was made from. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And shout out to Baby Chief Do It and Fenix Flexin. These guys are killing it. Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.
Yeah, shout out to the homie, man. That was a dope breakdown.
Yeah, and, good breakdown.
Yeah. At the end of the day, wait. The homie said, man, they locked the wrong lock, so we waiting now for security to come open up.
Huh? Huh? Oh, he trying to get in where he at. Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, they locked the wrong lock, so we waiting now for security to come open up. Now it's a picture. Yeah.
Blame it on the rain.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo, I'm just reading what Brian said. hey, I'm just reading what Brian said right here, bro.
Brian said, I have another confession. I still listen to Blame It On.
And I just said that shit. Blame it on the rain. Hey, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Hey, what else can I say about this? There's been a lot of success going on with these AI songs. And overall, there's pros and cons to all this stuff. Shit, like I said a little bit earlier, you don't have to worry about the overhead of having different managers, people negotiating deals with you and everything. So
right
at the end of the day, AI might be here to stay for a while, especially the way how it's more cost effective to not even have to deal with all the problems that come along with dealing with artists. You feel me? Like, they're not going to come and ask you for more money. They're not going to negotiate. They're not going to say, oh, we're tired. It's really no excuses dealing with AI. Like, all you got to do is put in the prompt, and it's going to create damn near 2 songs at a time that probably take you 5 minutes. And shit, within a span of an hour, you can have a whole album, a whole 12 tracks, 15 tracks. So it's just, at the end of the day, it's sad to say, I think AI is going to be here to stay for the long run, and not just overall using it 100% to make songs. What if, like, Baby Chief Do It was talking about, like, hey, I made down there most of the record, but then I needed assistance on finishing it, or I couldn't come up with a catchy hook, so I had AI do it. So how will that go? Is the AI going to get partial credit for the assistance? Because honestly, if you're in the studio and you say, no, I say it like this or say it like that, you're supposed to get some type of credit. Sometimes people don't, like, they just don't let it slide, but that's why certain people like to be in the studio with multiple people, to where they can bounce ideas. Hey, do this sound fire? Well, no, change it around, say it this. Sometimes they get credited for it, sometimes they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is just more of a cost-effective way to not necessarily have to end up paying artists. So I don't think that is going anywhere. I think we're at the beta test phase. And to be honest with you, I think it passed, because people are divided to where they're making money. This is his biggest song that he ever done. And if this is your biggest song, you'll be a fool not to try to double down, re-rock, and do the same type of shit for another record. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it's a music business. People are here to make money. And if the audience say that they want more stuff, I seen in the comment section, they've been talking about how, hey, we can't wait for a whole album of this. We want another record. So it is what it is, man. Technology then down there took over. And the question really is, it's like, where will we draw the line as far as AI? Is it acceptable to get some assistance? Is it acceptable to have a whole song of AI, but you're letting people know, just like how the parental advisory sticker was on projects, now it's going to be a AI sticker on it.
Right. Yeah.
It's just all AI product.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That makes sense right there, what you just said. You know what I mean? The regulations part of this, man. You know what I mean? And I mean, when I really think about it, bro, like, I'm not trying to hear nothing that's fake, phony, because I'm going to give you this. Even though I'm not a fan of that type of rap, the drill rap, Chicago scene, King Von, Lil Durk, Chief Keef, FBG Duck, so on. You know what I'm saying? That style of rap is actually real. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear that compared to an AI, you know what the difference is. Then when you really think about it, the change, the evolution of music, not only music, hip hop, because there's no such thing as R&B anymore for some reason. R&B is pop. I don't know. What the fuck do you call it? It's not in its own category in a way to me now. You know what I'm saying? R&B is not what it used to be. The real crooners. You feel me? Like, you know, these categories are changing. Oh, wow. So shall there be a Grammy for this song, Fenix Flexin? Will it have to be acknowledged that it was AI? And would he receive the Grammy?
Yeah, that's a good question to pose, and I think that if once we're getting to the point to where the song is down there 99, 100% done by AI, it definitely need to have its own category, because that would definitely muddy the waters for traditional real artists.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Regulations. That's regulations in music from the Grammys in. And I'm saying, like, this song is that popular. What if it gains more ground? And the Grammys have to nominate it. What in the hell? Who's getting credit?
That's crazy. Hey, Brian said, what's next? AI prosta. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, wait, too late. Do AI hookers take Bitcoin? Best AI produced song of the year.
Shit.
That's a crazy ass title. Best AI song produced of the year. Like, is no way that like with different sites banning AI music, they having different applications that's figuring out what songs are AI and what's not AI. I think that will cause a big controversy. Maybe that'll be next, to where they have to start writing guidelines of what is actually eligible for an award. Like, because there's a lot of stipulations going on now. Like, certain people, they already got marketing plans of, well, if we release the album and then put this song on the deluxe, it count as 2 sales, and it's kind of weird like that. So somebody is gonna know the rules and try to manipulate them to benefit, and that's gonna be a whole nother discussion though. So yeah, this AI stuff is definitely getting out of hand. It has more cons than pros for traditional artists, and I think people should low-key kind of be worried about that. I'm trying to see what else. Yeah, I'm just really thinking about what's happening behind the records, and when it comes to splits and all that stuff or whatever, that's going to cause a whole nother problem. So just looking at it from an industry perspective, business wise, it makes sense, because that's less people with their hands in a pot. But as far as authenticity, it don't make sense, because people can identify what's real and what's fake. Now, like, no matter how cliche that might sound, it is a thing, because we can hear certain records the same way that the AI song that came on the ad break, you instantly heard, it's like, all right, his tone kind of sounded a different way. Then they gave it away with the Drake Iceman, whatever the fuck it is. It just sounded like a whole gimmick. It didn't sound authentic. And that's the problem with a lot of AI music. So, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be a fan base of people that like it, but at the end of the day, like, honestly, what if it becomes the next thing? There are phases of music to where it's very popular and very hot, but then it's going to get to the point to where, you know what I'm saying, I miss the hearing the people breathe in records, or I miss the imperfections of certain words. It's going to sound too perfect to where it's like, yeah, I'm tired of this. Like, honestly, anything that you overdo, you end up burning it out and get tired of it.
Yeah, that and the performing part of it. I just thought of it. If they go in AI, why not go completely AI and make the performer an AI hologram performing the hit song? That's next. If they play it like this, I mean, they already did Tupac, and I'm sure the holographic technology has gotten better than that since then. So think about it. We could have a real true AI artist coming up. Whoa. Completely. No soul. Performing on TV. Doing interviews. You understand what I'm saying? Yo.
All that for free. Like, nigga.
Yeah.
Talk about slavery ain't dead, nigga.
Yeah.
I made it different.
Yo.
When that day come, Project Bluebeam is possible.
Bluebeam, what's that?
Project Bluebeam. They said that they're gonna fake the second coming of Christ and everything by having a big old projection in the sky and all that stuff.
I ain't heard nothing about that. But
yeah, but the technology is getting better and better to the point to where it wouldn't be that hard to try to pull off that whole like, when was that? Like 2005 when they did the hologram Tupac, or 2008 or something. So imagine them trying to do
2014, 15, something like that.
Tupac hologram. Okay, yeah, it says 2012. So
2012?
Yeah, so we in 2026. They got hella technology and advancement.
Right. And we ain't seen none of it. They ain't been showing us nothing when it come to that right there. It's like a secret and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Brian said, I'm an AI cowboy shooting outlaws in the AI West. Call me Billy the AI kid.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I'm with you on the side.
This dude crazy.
Riding on my horse.
I think we had a good discussion. We're not going to have no special guests. Jag isn't pulling up. You know what I'm saying? There's some technical difficulties that arise, and he can't get into the studio. I guess he haven't charged his phone either. You know what I'm saying? That was a long time ago. So, yeah, man. I'm going to be looking for somebody else to pull up on the podcast and stuff, because I had other people that's interested in coming up here. But I've been, honestly, instead of just trying to make sure certain people get up here, it's basically first come, first serve. So the other people that's interested, I'm going to have them on there, because a lot of people have been asking about it, and I've been trying to save certain spots for certain people. But, hey, the people that's interested, they're going to pull up, and they're going to pull up. So it is what it is.
Let's get it.
But I appreciate OG Corn Dog for the consistency of being a bomb co-host. Appreciate everybody that pulled up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got Brian, Splashy, Splash, Grandpa Snipes, Jail. It's a lot of people. If I forgot your name, my bad. But yeah, we do this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all check us out. If y'all haven't done so, hit that like, follow, retweet, share, whatever it is to make sure you get us in the algorithm. We on the grind right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we've been very consistent putting out different clips, different shorts, going live on the same days that we've been saying very consistently.
Right.
And yeah, we having dope conversations every time, man. So appreciate everybody that pulled up, man. Y'all have a good night. And on that note, we out, man. Peace.
Yo, you now rocking with classic music. Now what I want you to do is hit that like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Yeah, let's get it.